connect through those shoulders by pressing your hands into the mat. It activates all up through that shoulder girdle and lifts you up and decompresses you from away from kind of being hunched down. So really lifting, getting that feeling of this feel of being connected through your shoulders and down through your core in this position is so important as you progress through this exercise program. And then just checking in now with those hips. So make sure you're not tucking under or loose lifted. So the way I find is to think, press through those hands and then engage. Imagine you're kind of zipping the lower rib cage together, and then just keep that lower rib cage zipped, and then just let relax through your tailbone a little. So it'll stop you, if you keep that lower rib cage zipped, it stops you from kind of overarching, going into that hyperextension, but also keep that tailbone relaxed to stop that feeling of tucking. So it's a pressing into the floor, active through those shoulders, zipped under those ribs, and a little relaxed through that tailbone. Inhale. Exhale, really feel that feeling of lifting up through your pelvic floor, hip bones zipping up through the midline of your body, and then slide that right leg out, toes on the floor. Inhale, exhale, slide opposite hand out. So holding there, keeping that feeling of connecting on that stabilizing arm. Inhale, exhale, little lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. And 2, exhale, lift. Last one, exhale, lift. And lower. Keep that connection through that deep center of your body. Draw that hand and knee back in. Relax for a breath. Make sure you engage through those shoulders, keeping that head lifted so not dropping through that head. Zipping under that ribcage, slide your other leg out. Slide your other hand forward. Fingertips, keep that connection. Keep that lift under those shoulders. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. 4 more. Exhale, lift. And 3. And 2. Last one. Lower down. Keep that connection, drawing back in. Really keeping that awareness through your body makes all these exercises a lot more effective. Really consciously engage through those muscles. Just come back and sit back into a child's pose. Take one nice deep breath. Let those shoulders relax. Let that head and neck relax. Deep breath in. Exhale, curl through that spine like a cat, coming back up onto all fours. Bring your hands a little in front this time, in front of your shoulders. And now we're going to shift your weight back, keeping that same principle before. So we're keeping that connection through that lower rib. We're not tucking that butt under, and we're not hyperextended. Press your hands into the floor, really straight, active arms. So really drive those pads of your palms into the mat. Minimize any shifting of those hips. Slide that right leg out on the exhale. Inhale, reach those toes back, press those arms into the floor. This is really active through those arms. And low. Exhale, reach back so you're sitting into that left hip on that stabilizing leg. Exhale, drive back. Inhale, tap. So this is a lot of deep abdominals and really lots and lots of shoulder stability to keep that connection through that deep center line of body. Inhale, come shift back forward. Exhale, drive back, gliding into that left hip. Inhale forward, right glute active. 2 more. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, come forward. Press those arms to the floor. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, come forward. Shift that weight back. Press back into that right heel. Keep that connection through those lower ribs. Inhale, tap that right leg out to the side. Exhale, draw it back in. Inhale, tap. Exhale, draw back in. This is really nice, feels really good. Really getting that thigh bone on that left side, really gliding back into that left hip. Exhale, draw back in. 2 more. And in. So laterally reaching out to that right side and in. Draw that right knee back in. Sit back. Child's pose, 1 deep breath. Let those shoulders relax. Press those palms into the floor. Exhale, curl up through that spine. Coming back. Hands in front of those shoulders. Keep that zipped under those lower ribs. Don't tuck that butt. Neutral spine, press back. Press those hands into the floor. Active through those shoulders. Arms working. So now we're going to reach those left toes back. So we're sitting back into that right hip. Try not to pitch over onto that right side. A lot of balance here. Inhale, exhale, shift back. Inhale, little shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, drive back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, drive back. Inhale, forward. Good. Exhale, drive back. Lots of core, lots of shoulders. Really good for mobilizing into that hip on that stabilizing knee. Activating that glute on that reaching leg. 1 more. Exhale, reach. Tapping in. Keeping that weight sitting back. Drive those arms in. Keep that control through those shoulders. Tap out to the side. Come back in. Inhale, tap. Exhale, draw back in. Inhale, tap. Exhale, draw back in. Inhale, tap. Exhale, draw back in. 3. Draw back in. 2. Drawing around. Last one. And drawing around. Glide that knee back in. Shift that weight back. Deep breath in. Exhale, curl through that spine. Coming up. And that will give those arms a little bit of a break. Coming around onto your back. So just grabbing onto the back of your thighs, rolling down through that spine. Coming to relax onto the mat. We're going to do a little bit of bridging here. So really feel that connection with your forearms and the back of your shoulders in the mat. So shoulder blades are melting into the mat, heavy and relaxed, so that we're not creating tension up here. Feet about hip width apart. Connect your whole foot into the floor, including that big toe. It really helps to activate more of those glute muscles. You're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're going to get a little pelvic curl. So curling those hip bones towards your ribs, lifting up from the seat of those pants. Inhale, hold. Exhale, roll back down through that spine. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl to lift. Inhale, hold. Starting to feel that connection through those deep abdominals. Exhale, rolling back down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl to lift. Inhale, hold. Glutes really engaged. Exhale, rolling back down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl to lift. Keeping those knees totally parallel, nice and steady. Rolling back down. 2 more. Exhale, curl to lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, rolling back down. 1 more time, then we're going to come up and hold. Lifting on that exhale. Lift and hold, feeling that connection with those glutes. Inhale, draw those knees apart a little. Outside hip. Exhale, draw in a hip. Inhale. Exhale, press. Imagine you're pressing out against resistance. Keep those shoulders grounded. Arms heavy on the mat. Outer thighs, you come up. Inner thighs as you draw in. 3, 2. Focusing on those muscles makes the exercise way more effective. Roll down through that spine, all the way down. Inhale to prepare. Ground through those feet. Exhale, curl and lift. Now we're going to do a little bit of extra balance and stability. So if the bridging was already hard with both feet down, just continue with both feet on the mat. But if you're ready, raise that right leg up off the floor. Don't let that right hip drop. Keep those hips level. Inhale, a little lower. Exhale, lift. Little lift with that leg. Inhale, lower. Shoulders heavy on the mat. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Make sure you're not getting any tension up through those upper shoulders. Not tensing up into that neck. Exhale, lift. 2 more, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last one, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And then to finish, draw that knee in towards your chest. Really getting that left glute firing little pulses for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Should really feel that glute on that stabilizing leg. Really working now, lowering down with control all the way down. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, pelvic curl. Drive those glutes, hips up to the ceiling. And now we're going, really focus on slowly bringing that other leg up. Watch that hip, make sure it's not dropping. Inhale, a little lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, a little lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, a little lower. Exhale, lift. 3 more. Exhale, lift. And 2. Exhale, lift. Last one. Exhale, lift. Draw that knee to your chest. Little pulses. 6, 5, shoulders heavy. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly rolling all the way down. Both feet come onto the mat to relax. Just bring the pads of your feet together. Let those knees come apart. Inhale to prepare, shoulders heavy. Exhale, little lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, little lift. Inhale, lower. So in that butterfly position, little hip lifts. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Good. 3 and 2 and 1 and relax. Take a nice deep belly breath here in this position. Exhale, let all that air out and just glide those knees back together. Coming onto your side. I'm starting here on my right side, but whatever side you want to start on. Lift up into, glide that rib cage up away from the mat and lift up out of that shoulder so you're not compressing down through here. So elbows a little in front of those hips. Lift, lift. Side plank. Inhale. Exhale, extend that top leg out. Inhale, draw that knee in and lower. Exhale, lift. Extend. Draw in and lower. Lift. Zipping up. Extend. Draw in and lower. Lift and lift. Extend. Tap that foot down. Draw it back in and lower. 2 more. Lift and lift. Extend. Draw in and lower. 1 more time. Lift, lift, tapping, draw back in and lowering down. Coming to rest down on your side. Resting your head in the crook of your arm, or you can have it raised up a little, whatever feels more comfortable. Bottom knee is going to be a little bit bent, top leg out straight. Create a little bit of space under that lower hip. So we're not hiking up through that top hip and slouching up here. This is an active position. We're holding, keeping that pelvis level. Inhale, lift that top leg. Press through that heel a little. Now you're going to rotate to tap that big toe in front, almost like you're dipping it in some water right in front of you. Draw it back up. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap in front. Exhale, lift. Don't roll forward with those hips. We're keeping control through those hips. So you're internally rotating through that hip, gliding back up to neutral. 3 and 2 and 1. Getting some nice movement through those hips. Keep grounded. Reach long through that hip. Hips really starting. We're going to draw little tiny circles. Little tiny circles. Really engage through that core. Make sure those ribs are relaxed. No arching, no lifting through that spine. Switch direction. Breathing, breathing, breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relaxing it. Pressing up. Flipping around, over onto the other side. So elbow in front of your hip. Exhale, lift under that rib. Pressing up into that side plank. Tap, draw in, and lower down. So those hips are sitting back slightly as you come back down. Same thing, we're keeping those hips level, no rolling around back and forth. Keep those hips steady. Lift that lower rib. Draw in and lower. Lift through that rib. Don't slouch into that shoulder. Keep that shoulder engaged. Exhale, lift. Tap. Draw back in and lower. Lift under those ribs. Exhale, lift. Tap. Draw back in and lower. 2 more. Lift. Tap. Obliques working. Deep core working and lower. Last one. Lift. Lift. Tap. Draw in and lower. Coming down. Resting your head in the crook of your arm. Just making sure that neck is supported so you're not straining on that neck. Bottom knee is a little bent. Top leg straight. Reach long through that hip. We're creating a little bit of space underneath that hip and rib on the mat. Lifting that leg up. Neutral. Flex through that foot a little. Now rotate to dip that big toe in front. Make sure you're staying really stable through those hips. Inhale, tap, big toe. Exhale, glide back up to neutral. Inhale, tap. Exhale, glide. Don't roll through those hips. Inhale, tap. Exhale, glide back up. Inhale, tap. Exhale, up to neutral. 4. And 3. And 2. Last 1. And up. Reach those toes long. Drawing tiny little circles. Ribs relax. Make sure no arching, no lifting. Rotating, rotating. 2, 1. Switch direction. Rotating. Circles, circles from your hip. But hip steady, no rolling. 3, 2, 1. Relaxing in. Pressing up. And then coming back up. We're going to come onto our hands and knees, and we're going to come up into a high plank. So before you come up, bring your hands a little forward so we're in that plank position on your knees. Push those hands into the floor and feel that feeling. We're zipping up through that center line of your body. Deep breath in. Exhale. One leg comes up. Inhale. Exhale, other knee comes up. Holding and breathing. Lifting, lifting. Press those hands into the mat to stop that feeling of like losing that control through those shoulders. Try not to tuck that butt under. Really think lifted, engaged, right up through the center line of your body. Pressing through those hands. Zip, zip, zip. Holding and breathing, holding and breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Control one knee down, other knee down. Shift back into a child's pose. 1 deep breath here. Exhale, roll back up through that spine. And then we're going to come down onto our forearms, onto a forearm plank. So often this can actually be a lot more challenging to keep that core and shoulder stability and up on your hands. So if this already feels like it's a lot, just stay here on your knees. Otherwise we can go the same thing. 1 knee up, other knee up, holding and breathing. Press back into those heels a little and really press those elbows into the mat. Really strong. Strong. Imagine like you're zipping up a jacket up the front and the back side of your body, right through the center. Zipping, zipping, holding and breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Control lower down. Sitting back. Child's pose. Nice deep breath there. Exhale. Curl up through that spine. Coming back up. And bringing those hands in front one more time. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. Press those palms into the mat. Exhale, lift one knee off the mat, lift the other knee up. Inhale, bend those knees, shift those hips back. Pressing into those heels. Exhale, drive back forward into that plank. Inhale, press back. Reaching that tailbone back. Try not to collapse into those ribs. Keep those ribs lifted. Exhale, drive forward into a plank. Inhale, shift back. Exhale, drive forward. One more time. Inhale, shift back. Exhale, drive forward. And then I want you to bring one knee down with control, the other knee down. And then we're going to bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Just relax into those hips there. Pressing those hands into the mat. Keep that connection through those shoulders. Exhale, lift that back knee. Inhale, tap lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap lower. Exhale, lift. One more time. Inhale, tap lower. Exhale, lift. And then lifting up, reaching, fingertips behind your ears. And wrapping under. Exhale, lift. Inhale, wrap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, wrap. So elbow to elbow. One more. Lift and wrap. Bring that hand down. Bring that knee back. Sit back for one breath. Exhale, curl through that spine. Coming back up again. Press those palms into the mat. Lift one knee off the mat. Lift the other knee off. Hold there. Pause in that plank. Now bent knees. Shift. Tailbone to the ceiling. Exhale, drive back forward into that plank. Inhale, shift back. Exhale, drive forward. Inhale, shift the tailbone back. Exhale, drive forward. Quads working. Inhale. Exhale, drive forward. Control one knee down, other knee down. Now bring left foot to the outside of your left hand. Relax into those hips there. Exhale, lift that back knee. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Two more. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Last one. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Bringing fingertips behind your ears. Inhale, draw elbow to elbow. Exhale, extend. Inhale, wrap. Exhale, extend. Two more. Inhale, wrap. Exhale, extend. One more. Reaching around. Opening up through that mid-back. Bring that hand down. Bring that knee down. Bring that foot back. And then finishing a little bit of opening up through those hips. Driving that front heel into the mat and bring that heel forward, whatever range feels comfortable. You're not in a straight line, a little out to the side. The action is coming from your hips, not from your spine. You're going to shift your weight back into the hip on that down leg. Exhale, reach. Inhale, shift back. So we're opening up that hamstring on that forward leg. We're opening up that front of that hip on that down leg. Inhale, shift back. Exhale, reach. Inhale, shift back. Exhale, reach. Inhale, shift back. Exhale, reach. Two more. Inhale, shift back. Exhale, reach. One more. Inhale, shift back. Exhale, reach. Now we've gone front to back. So they want to do a little side to side. So we're gliding, dropping, opening up, inner hip, outer hip. And then to make it a more challenging and global move, start adding the arms. Reach and reach and reach and reach. If that feels like too much, make it smaller and keep your hands on your hips. 2 and 1. Switching legs. Driving through that front heel. The further out that heel is, the more hamstring you're gonna get on that front leg. But make sure we're sitting back into those hips. The action's coming from your hip joint, not from your spine. Inhale, shift back. Exhale, reach. Sitting back. Gliding, opening up through the front of that hip, gliding that thigh bone back into that forward leg. Inhale, sit back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, sit back. Exhale, lift. One more. Inhale, sit back. Exhale, lift. Now we're going to get into that lateral, inner hip, outer hip, gliding, adding the arms to get more movement down into that hip, and then through shoulder girdle, rib cage, gliding, 2, last one, and we're done. So that's day 1, foundational strength moves. This is definitely not pure beginner, so I have some other things on saved from previous if this felt like too much for you, but I hope you enjoyed it, and please give me any feedback. Thank you.